Today's lesson for kindergarten and first grade students: why media balance is important.
Hi, All Stars. It's me, Mrs. Elkins. Today's lesson is about media balance. Did you know that you need good media balance in your life to feel happy and healthy? That's going to be hard to do now that we're taking all of our classes online. So every day we need to be in front of our computer, listening to our teachers, doing homework assignments and working on things. That makes it a little harder. So it's important that you understand what media is and how to balance it in your life. Media can be anything from your Chromebook to an iPad, an iPhone, even your Xbox. And it's important you don't get too much of that. Before we get started or go too far, let me play a cute little video to get us started.
Balance is important for me and you. Balance helps us stand up straight and keeps us in our shoes. Sometimes with technology, balancing's hard to do. Yes, balance is important for me and you. So gather and hear our song and learn these words are true. When you look up from your screen when a friend says hi, share your game if they want to try. Play outside when the sun is bright. Devices go off when you say goodnight. It makes your whole self happy when you're balancing just right. Balance is important for me and you. Your heart, your head, your arms, and your legs need that balance too. Too much of something can make you mad or blue. So trust your guts, get on your feet. There's so much that you can do. When you ask before you take a phone, invite a friend if they're all alone. Stick to sites you know online. Go outside when the weather is fine. It makes your whole self happy when you're balancing just right. Media balance isn't easy. You know that this is true. Just think about this balance song. It'll help you through.
I hope you liked that song. So what I want you to think about now is, what is something that you really learned from this song? Well, when I think about what they were singing, I think about how they were showing that you need to make sure to balance your on and offline activities to make sure that you're healthy and happy. So if I've been on my Chromebook for a while, and I've been on maybe the Xbox for a while, then it's important at some point to stop those things and go do something without technology. Go play outside, read a book, play with Play-Doh, do something outside of that. Another thing, sometimes with technology, balancing is hard to do, and it shows that, especially right now. Like I said, we're doing all of these things, all of our learning and talking to each other. It's all going to be online, so it's going to be a lot harder for us to get our balance. You're really going to have to focus on getting some outside time, and not necessarily outside where the trees and grass is, but even just outside of that technology. You need to find something else to do. And too much of anything can kind of make you angry or sleepy or sad. So you want to make sure that you're completely healthy and happy. So once you've had enough time of that technology, cut it off. Go do something else, and that's okay. Why should you take a break from your device when a friend says hi? Well, think about it this way. If you went to a friend's house and they were here playing Xbox and having a really good time, and you walk in and say hi, what would you do if they ignored you? Ooh, that wouldn't feel really good, would it? So it's really important that when people are nearby, you stop, talk to those people. Don't make the technology the most important thing. Make sure that you're interacting with other people. Is it a good idea to turn off your device before going to bed? Yes, this keeps you from being distracted. Sometimes when you have your iPad there or your Chromebook there, or I know sometimes I pull open my phone and I want to check my emails, and then sometimes I want to watch a funny little video or play a little tile game, but that's not good and it keeps you from sleeping. Your eyes need time to relax and calm down from that light from the screen. Your body needs to calm down and relax. So before bedtime, just cut off all screens and all games, and it'll help you sleep better. And when you sleep better, you're healthier and you're happy.
In a world where a little old lady whispering hush would never be heard, comes a book for our time.
In the bright, buzzing room, there was an iPad and a kid playing Doom, and a screensaver of a bird launching over the moon. And there were 3 little nooks with 10,000 books, and a huge LCD Wi-Fi HD TV with Bose 5.1, 6 remotes, and 3D, and a BlackBerry ringing with Eminem singing, and a new Facebook friend, and texts with no end, and a viral clip of a cat doing flips, and the bings, bongs, and beeps of emails and tweets, and a fed-up old woman who was trying to sleep. Good night, iPad. Good night, Doom. Good night, bird launching over the moon. Good night, nooks and digital books. Good night, Eminem. Good night, Facebook friend. Good night, LOLs. Good night, MP3s. Good night, LCD, Wi-Fi, HD TV. Good night, remotes and Netflix streams. Androids, apps, and glowing screens. Good night, plugs and power lights that guide us to pee in the darkness of night. Good night, buzzing. Good night, beeps. Good night, everybody who should be asleep. Good night, pop stars. Good night, MacBook Air. Good night, gadgets everywhere.
By Android, author of Goodnight iPad. Can I have some nail scissors and a mirror and a broom? Not right now. Look, do you see how busy I am? And a pen and some paper and... If you give a mouse an iPhone, I'll tell you what, if you leave me alone for 10 minutes, I'll let you play on my phone. Oh boy! He's not going to ask for a cookie or a glass of milk or anything at all. Just for 10 minutes. Oh boy! In fact, he won't hear a word you say. Okay, Applesauce, I'm all done now and I've got a big surprise. Time to put that away. Applesauce? And if he doesn't hear a word you say, he won't know you're taking him on a special trip. Applesauce! He'll miss out on all the kettle corn and funnel cake and ice cream and corn dogs and cheese fries, and he won't even realize he's on the Kathmandu coaster. Applesauce? And if he doesn't realize he's on the Kathmandu coaster, he won't remember to buckle a seatbelt. Probably take a little ride of his own. And chances are, if he takes a little ride of his own, he'll accidentally open all the cages. But he won't have the slightest idea what's happening. Applesauce? And if he doesn't know what's happening, he won't watch where he's going. Look out! And he'll probably march right out of the wild animal amusement park. Applesauce! And straight into the sea. Watch out for the cliff! And if he falls into the sea, chances are he'll end up on some distant island. Is that Minecraft? Can I try? So you'll have to get a boat. And you'll probably have to camp out for the night since it will be too late to paddle home. You know that this much screen time can't be good for you, right? Then about the time you run out of energy, the phone battery will too. And when the battery runs out, he'll totally freak. No! And when he totally freaks, probably beg you for a charger. Chances are, if he begs you for a charger, you'll point out that you are on a remote island without any outlets. See? Oh yeah, cool. And pretty soon, you'll forget all about the charger. Got any graham crackers? and the iPhone to go with it. By the way, how'd we get here? Hi, I'm Rocco, and welcome to Read Out Loud. I'm here with Patrick McDonald, and Patrick's going to read his new book, Tech, the Modern Cave Boy. And I'm going to do the sound effects. Fantastic. Tech, the Modern Cave Boy. Once upon a time, way, way back, a long time ago, or maybe yesterday, there lived a little cave boy named Tech. Tech was pretty much your typical troglodyte child. Yes, he did have a beard, but everything was kind of hairy back then. Ugh. All cave boys lived in caves, of course. But the problem with this cave boy was that he never wanted to leave his, even when friends came to visit. Hi, Tech. Ugh. In the evening, an eerie glow came from Tech's cave, making it impossible to see the twinkling stars above. Beep, boop, bop. Tech stayed alone in his cave room, glued to his phone, his tablet, and his game box, all day, all night, all the time. Boop, beep, bop. You should have never invented the internet, Tech's mom grunted to Tech's dad. Beep, bop, beep. Outside, the real world was evolving, but Tech couldn't have cared less. Bip, beep, ugh. Tech missed out on all the winter fun during the Ice Age. Boop, bop, beep. He never even learned his dinosaur names, identifying them as a whatchamacallitsaurus, a who's that saurus, or a flying I don't give a dactyl. Hours, days, and months were slipping by. Beep, boop, bop, beep, beep, bop, boop, bop, beep, bop. My brain may be the size of a walnut, but even I know that is not a healthy situation, said his best friend Larry. I wish Tech would come out and play. Beep, boop, bop, thump, 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 sigh. Tech's parents tried everything to pry him away from his gadgets, but Tech wouldn't budge. I need to light a fire under that boy's butt, grumbled Tech's dad. Except I haven't invented fire yet. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Boop, boop, bop. No one could get Tech's attention, not even the tribe's grand poobah and his high muckety mucks, nor Darla O'Duddy and her dinosaurs for a better tomorrow. All seemed lost until beep, boop, bop, ugh. Big Papa, the village volcano, had an idea. He could make fire. He could shake things up big time. So Big Papa, beep, boop, bop, pop. Ugh, ugh, ugh. And I see we're running out of battery life up here. The eruption shot Tech and his phone, tablet, and game box out of his cave and into the sky. Tech crashed. He was totally disconnected. Tech awoke, breathing in the sweet fresh air, basking in the warm sun, and tickled by the cool grass. He wondered where he was. He looked around and discovered a dragonfly, a tiger lily, a ginkgo tree, a hairy elephant, the hairy people, an awesome, awesome story. The big, beautiful world. Sweet! Tech left his gadgets behind and ran to find his good friend Larry. On his way, he kissed his dad and mom. Ugh, groaned his dad. I need to invent shaving cream. Tech hopped onto a wheel
Plucked a fresh apple, whistled to a dodo bird.
Low tech.
And surprised his sleeping friend.
Beep.
Tech and Larry laughed and played all day in that sunny garden. And in the evening, they reached for the glorious stars. And that's the end of Tech, the Modern Kid. A good reason to disconnect. There's always a good reason to disconnect.